We're going to today take a look at some of the latest theories about trauma and how it affects people. We're going to look at some of how it affects our body, how it affects our brain, how it affects our feelings, how it affects our relationships. And we're going to try to understand a little bit better the puzzling question: how come trauma will affect one person one way, but affect a different person a different way, and maybe not affect the other person hardly at all? Where there is violence between people, where there is what they call interpersonal violence, we can expect that the recipient, the person's on the receiving end of that violence, is going to be more harmed. Because there's something about, in our human society, somewhere we got the idea, whether we can live up to it or not, that we're supposed to be nice to each other, that people are not supposed to be harming one another, that in fact people are supposed to be looking out for one another's well-being. We haven't been doing real well at that always. But where the opposite happens, where someone kind of gets that someone else intends to harm them and then is actually harming them, that goes right into the core of that person. And that person is likely to be left with a lot of confusion about what's life all about. How can this be that another human being intended this toward me? So interpersonal violence is one of those other things that says to us, pretty likely this person's going to be having problems because of this. One of the things we're learning is that when people have had an awful experience, there's a lot of opportunity almost immediately to be helpful to them. That when people have been traumatized, they are very vulnerable. And in that vulnerable moment, you can affect them very positively or very negatively.